Pro Football player Travis Kelce is pressed for time during the football season. So he does two things at once. Whether it's grilling while mowing.
Two things at once!
Or getting this season's updated COVID-19 shot at the same visit as his flu shot.
Two things at once.
You can be like Travis and ask your pharmacist about getting this season's COVID-19 shot at the same visit as your flu shot, if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. We love having you here, and it's our mission to bring you all the latest and greatest tips, skills, and know-how to make you the best that you can be. We know that you have it in you, and we're going to show you how. Now, let's get started.
This episode is powered by Poddex.
Thank you for tuning in today. You are now listening to That Will Never Work podcast with your host, Maurice Chisholm. Hey everybody. How are you today? We are really grinding out and trying to understand what is our identity as we are building this brand. So one of the things that we, when we think about our brand and when people do their research on us, right? They take a look at our external or our digital representation. And when I say that, sometimes they'll take a look at our social media and things like that. But one of the most important things that every organization should have or really take a look at is their true digital representation, which is their website. The website speaks to who you are, what you are, how much you planning to invest in yourself. So when you go to, and in that, is your message clear as to what is your true mission, your values, your desire to help individuals or serve individuals? What is your product? And that also is representing what we spoke about previously, which is your logo. But your website is a true representation of you. And it's funny. I had a conversation with someone previously, and y'all might have listened to his interview. And if you have, please be sure to comment about it. Let me know that you know who I'm talking about. He talked about his website. And in our conversation about the website, he mentions that once he created the website, because he had done it himself, but he has so many iterations of it, it wasn't until he felt as though the website looked like it was worth $50,000 is when people started taking him seriously. So, you're like, well, Maurice, what does that mean? Well, some of that is functionality. Does your website function on in multiple ways? So, one, is it accessible not just from a from a computer that's sitting on someone's desk, but most importantly, is it also in a mobile form? Can people see it, use it, analyze it? Does it function while they're on their mobile devices? Because we have to pay attention that most users, for almost anything today, they're quick to pick up their phone or their tablet. Also, understanding that people are not just accessing websites from their desktop, but they're also accessing them from TVs and other devices such as video games, things like that. So is your website user friendly? Is your website functional for those individuals to whomever you are advertising to? Your potential clients, customers, partners, if you will, sponsors, whoever it is your website functional for those individuals? Next, you want to make sure that your contact information is on the front page somewhere, somehow, whether it's a phone number, an email address, or social media. Just have ways for people to reach out to you in every way possible. Also establish, if they would like faster customer service or things like that, understand what is that going to be, and make sure that for that social media, it represents who you are also. Also with the website, understanding colors. So you can't put black on black or black on gray, black writing on a gray background. That doesn't work. You really need something to help with contrast along the way, and or understanding that individuals that you may be trying to attract, are they, what's their eyesight like? Is it, can they see very well? Do they have young eyes? Is the font going to be too wild, where people can mistake it for something else? Things could be misread. You have to make sure that as from a font perspective and color perspective, everything is nice and clear. So not only is your message nice and clear, but the font and the colors complement each other in a way that is easily can be easily read on multiple devices. Also understanding that you do not have to put the greatest resolution pictures. In some cases, some people may disagree with this, but here's the reason I say this. I say that in the space of usability and understanding that if you have a picture that is not heavy, so what's the difference between a 800 kilobyte versus an 800 megabyte picture? Both of them will possibly come up, but it's going to take a lot longer for that image to download as that website is coming up, as it's loading. So, you want things that's going to be on your site where people are going to access it, and it will not take forever for it to be to load up on their screen. Also, because of speed for phones, yes, they're getting better. Same thing with tablets, but keep in mind they're still not hardwired, and you're using how much data to say, hey, this is how much information was downloaded to my phone, and yes, because you have what appears to be unlimited data, but understand that it will be capped at some point in time, and then you'll be like, well, what happened? Why is it so slow? And then you pay the bill, you realize that it was reset. So, keep that in mind as you are creating this website. Also, make sure that your history is clear. If there's a history that's attached to it, make sure your products are clear. There's a clear description of your products that you may be selling or offering. Be sure that they understand the plan of action or a call to action that you have or that you would like for them to take. Just be clear across the board as much as you can. And also do your research. If you're doing it yourself, do your research on how to create it. Talk to a professional. Get some ideas. Be sure to respect their time and their energy. So whether they're giving it to you for free, again, respect their time. Do not try to take up 3, 4, 5 hours of their time. Unless they offer it, But beyond that, please, please, please compensate them one way or the other, barter, whatever it might be, for their time. Also understand that your industry and what is the industry standard for some of these websites. And then last but not least, understand that there are people with health challenges, as I stated earlier, whether those that can't see or hear very well. Understand that your industry may need to focus very heavily on understanding the reason for tags on photos or whatever else, because some of these some individuals who may have other health challenges rely on software to actually read what the website is saying. So understand that those little things that might seem like, hey, they take up too much time, are really important to show that your brand cares about, no matter whoever is going to visit, that you care about who they are and what they bring to the table. So again, this is talking about building your brand and the importance of your website, and that is a true digital representative of who you are and what you bring to the table. Thank you very much for listening today, and I hope that you learned something.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.